guys, welcome to episode 2. We are the Odd Set. I'm Haikal.
Wagwan, Maddie.
Hi, Hafiz.
Yo, episode 2 guys.
So this for real, huh?
Yeah man, seems like it bro.
A lot of followers from the rest of the world have been asking for episode 2. So
Here it is man.
Very a lot. So
anyway, we'd like to thank to everyone who have listened to the first episode, whether
Thanks
you listened to it
guys.
on Spotify, whether you watched it on YouTube.
Yeah
We'd like to
man.
thank you. We also like to thank the people who followed us on our social media accounts.
Woohoo.
What was that? Oh, Instagram, and then we have TikTok. So if you've not followed us and want to follow, is apa at
At,
the.odd.set.
yeah
Correct?
man, that's
Yeah.
right.
You can search for us on YouTube also. I think on YouTube, the odd set, TOS.
TOS. Yeah, that's right.
So enough
Yeah,
of
man.
all the jibber jabber. Just follow us lah.
Follow and listen man. Thank you everyone.
So before anything, it's your birthday. So happy birthday, or should we say happy
my dude.
Thanks
birthday
guys.
week?
Birthday
By the-
week.
We are
Thanks, guys.
recording this on your birthday, but by the time we listen, it's way past it lah. So
Yeah,
how
man.
was the birthday, man?
I think as we get older, I think celebrations get smaller. That's how I feel about it. So this year it was just a chill dinner. Me and CJ CJ planned this dinner for me. Kita had like Korean barbecue at Strathfield with just a small group of friends. So just a chill one. And what else did I do? Over the weekends kita just chill at home, hang out with CJ, and as you all know, I have two beautiful cats, so just lepak dengan dorang and just have some intimate time together. Yeah, man.
Where is this Redfield? Is this like nearby or?
So Strathfield is like macam about a 30-minute, 40-minute train ride. From my place, there is a express train. So you take that express train and then kau will be in Strathfield like in like 40 minutes. Yeah, man. And then it's like this Strathfield is like is known as like a Korean like a Korean town where all the Asian restaurants and Asian supermarkets are. So this is quite popular where in the area there's a lot of these kind of restaurants like barbecue, hot pot, all these bakar things. So
A lot
yeah, man.
of halal stuff.
Yeah, the one that I went to was halal. There are non-halal places as well. But there are a few a few other halal restaurants. Macam I think there's this like Sri Lankan punya kedai makan also there. So yeah, man, there are some options there
So
for halal.
predominantly it's Asian stuff along the same stretch.
Yeah, man.
Apart
Yeah,
from Sri Lankan crab, right? What other Sri Lankan food do you know? Macam kau cakap Sri Lankan restaurant, aku tengah fikir.
Got no
What is
idea,
a
man.
popular Sri Lankan food?
I think there's like this meat dish macam dia macam rendang tapi dia bukan rendang. I don't know what it's called, but I think it's quite popular among Sri Lankan dishes, I think.
Baik lah kau punya explanation. Kau punya explanation baik gila.
Yeah. Thanks.
I think
Helps.
I don't know. I've never I've had I have a friend here who's Sri Lankan and dia pernah bawa some Sri Lankan dishes, but I forgot what it's called. They have like another prawn dish as well.
Wow, it looks like the rest of us don't have that, bro.
Explanation.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
But yeah, man, I think that was about it. I think for the celebration. Yeah, man. Nothing much.
Pretty chill.
Quiet birthdays are the best, man.
Yeah, man.
Quiet, private birthdays with your loved ones, I think the most the best kind of birthdays lah. At this stage lah,
Yeah,
like maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Sound
true,
like
man.
some old people. But it's true. I asked like some questions on our Instagram. Before that, we like to shout out to your parents.
Deepikers.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Dia macam
Yeah, man.
Deepika apa ada. Deepikers. Deepikers. But really, shout out to your parents for I think they practically shared our stuff every other day.
Yeah,
I
man.
was by that lah.
I saw it on Instagram, and then I
It's
saw it on
everywhere.
TikTok.
So big thank you goes to them. You
Yeah,
can
man. Aku also thank them a lot for sharing always and always supporting especially anything that I do, and also I think they're very happy for us as well. So happy that on the day that we posted our first episode, my dad called me, like aku rasa kat sini was like 8 pagi. I saw in Singapore at that time was like at 6. So probably after subuh dia call aku, dia macam mana aku nak share ni benda? Asal tak boleh share? Kau tak boleh tag aku? But so my dad, yeah, man. Thanks, mom and dad, for the support always, man. Thank you.
so you guys do follow them, and what's the Twitter handle again?
At
Deepikers.
Deepikers SG, yeah, that's right. So just study at
Yeah.
Deepikers, and then you probably find them. So yeah,
We probably
Got good stuff.
share it,
Good
so it's
stuff.
easier for
yeah,
people to like follow it and stuff. So
definitely, man.
we are relatively new, second episode. So I just wanted to find
Second.
out like what people wanted us to talk about or what they wanted to know. So I get this out of the way. One of the things somebody asked me, did I thread my eyebrow? Okay, I didn't thread my eyebrow. My eyebrow has been
Actually, legit
like
question when aku tengok dari sini pun macam
I have a
you,
like
bro?
do this
a lack
for the
of
podcast.
Kira-
Do
kira
you
gila
book a
babi.
session, bro?
I'm not gonna judge. But
My eyebrow has been like this like since day one. So
of the podcast,
Do you use Adilas technician for your eyebrows, bro?
sure lah.
Aduh.
Then there was also the request for Syed to be on the podcast. As
Oh,
we all
man.
know, Syed is always going to give.
you guys can dream on. I think that portion.
we
One fine day
we
maybe.
definitely we definitely want Bonds Shahid
Mm.
on the pod, man. Like, that's for sure.
Shout out to Syed for giving us like a Meres intro outro track. That's why
Yeah,
He's
man.
the engineer behind all this.
So
lah.
good.
Yeah.
one
So good.
interesting thing that someone asked actually was travel experience. So like what's our best travel experiences they wanted us to
Best,
share, but that would be quite long. But if I could like ask you guys, out of all the places you have been to, what, and I just want one, so you cannot like give me two or something. Out of, just pick one country which you think was the best.
Is it
that you-
together or just on our
No,
personal?
just like I think if together we probably had like a lot of great experiences in certain
man.
places, right? But if you guys have traveled individually, so you can pick just one place that you travel you think is best.
Wow.
That's
For me, you guys know my answer. It's Japan. So I think I've been to Japan with you guys and without you guys. And all my experiences in Japan have been very, very good. The first trip that I went, it was in Tokyo, and it was a solo trip. I was on my own. Man, even though I was on my own, I managed to explore so many things. I managed to, go around Tokyo a lot, visit all the attractions, visit the different places, shopping, the food options. So I think for me, definitely Japan. Korang tahu aku, I love my enemies. I love shopping. I love my, my fashion, and also, man, everything is there for me.
It's
So
all there.
yeah, man. So I think Japan definitely. But if I can just share one more, one place, I know you said no two, but there's one
Eh,
place that I think.
Kau ni tak tahu follow instruction.
Did I give you the
But
rules?
No,
but-
bro. If I give one, we only stick to one.
No, wait. This one I really have to share. But I think the one trip if people, if people want to know that we went together, that was so memorable for me, I think it was our Tioman trip, man. I think
Sial lah ni lama
our
sial.
Tioman trip was, I think, one of the best trips we had. No phones. We were, no internet, no nothing. We were doing everything, together. We were playing games. We were just
Yeah,
chilling
Tioman
out
was something.
together.
Tioman was
Going on
something.
on the boat rides all around the island, just visiting the different, like what you call that, the Tioman Marine Park lah, Paya Beach and all that, just to have juice tembikai and was it ostrich burger, kan, or something like that.
Aku can't even remember, but
But
I
I know
know we had
watermelon juice,
burgers.
bro. Juice
Yeah, for
tembikai
sure.
was the thing. So yeah, man, that is I think very very memorable for me. So what about you guys, man?
Speaking of Tioman, right? Like I don't know why, like I don't see as many people going to Tioman anymore. Like I'm not sure. Like the last time,
Accessibility, maybe.
Yeah, actually
I
true. People don't really
go
like
there like when we heard.
talk, even talk about it
Mm,
as much as I think maybe 10 years ago.
mm,
Maybe
mm.
Yeah,
advertising lah. I think, but we didn't go there because of we saw an advert or anything, right? We
tu lah.
had past experience at Tioman, then we chose to go as a group. Yeah, but actually quite
Oh,
true. Recently, like last
I
I
don't
heard,
know
it's not really
popular.
well kept.
maintain.
Mm.
Last I heard lah. I'm not sure if all,
But
because
when we
there's a
were
lot of
there,
banyak beach
everything
ber.
was pristine, man. Like, okay, maybe
Yeah, yeah.
maybe the shops were like, old school, but like the waters, the reefs,
Yeah,
The heat
pristine,
also
man.
jam.
Like beautiful.
yeah, Tioman. I mean, but I don't think it's a accessibility thing because like nothing's changed. Singapore. I mean, generally we are speaking about like Singaporeans going over to Tioman, right?
Mm,
I
mm,
mean,
mm.
the
Mm.
accessibility is still there, but for some reason the number of people that are here going to Tioman has been like significantly
Increase.
reduced over the last few years. Hafiz, what do you
Yeah.
think is your best place?
Best. I think is a subjective question lah. But if
I mean, personally, whatever is personal to you.
I mean, I've not been to that many countries, but if overall experience, and I have to consider that now I travel with kids as well,
Hmm.
so I have to say Japan lah. If an overall good experience, if anyone if thinking about going to Japan, I always recommend them to do so,
Mm,
because
mm,
it feels overwhelming at first when they look at the maps or the train stations and stuff. Right, it's always the case.
mm,
But
mm.
I think the people, uh, what makes a trip great as an experience, a major part of that is the people lah.
Hmm.
So
True.
we've been to Japan, and we know that even if they are not that fluent with the language, or with to converse with us in English,
Mm, mm.
they will still go out of their way to assist you.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
they will try to, hand signs or show the map or translate via the phone, right? So I think a major part of what makes a trip fun or great or like memorable is the people lah of that country. So yeah, I think I have to say Japan lah. But again, I'm not playing by the rules. Another memorable trip for me was
Kau-
when
Hey, what,
when
what?
Kois was 2.
Mm.
So okay, I have 2 kids. Kois is 9 now. Then I have a boy, Kudra, who's 5. So when Kois was 2, I brought her to Iceland. It was
Mm.
memorable for me. Maybe she at that age she don't really remember much from that
Yeah.
trip, apart from photos lah if she look now. But to go there and on the road trip, like spend I think a couple of weeks in Iceland, that was something for me lah, to experience first time traveling with a kid that far,
Mm.
that leceh, in context that leceh. But
Mm.
Hmm.
and Iceland weather was crazy, but it's beautiful lah.
Do you get to see the Northern Lights?
No, we missed it by they have a map for it on phone. Diorang ada
Mm.
ni macam app tau, kau boleh tengok kat mana. Tapi
Oh, that's
we had to
cool.
stay. We don't drive around at night. Pasal we have kid in tow kan. So
Yep.
so bila kita tengok map, kita dah stay in for the night. Another place ada Northern Light.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so
So you
you
guys
have
just missed it.
to like drive for like an hour or something. But alah, not with a kid lah, definitely.
But Iceland with a 2-year-old, is it so is it convenient or not?
You have to pack very very well lah. My wife does most of the packing when we travel. So I become the producer lah, right? Producer, but she's very meticulous when it comes to packing for travel. So I have to give her that lah. So when she's packing, I won't get in the way. So almost every single scenario, ready. Items are ready. So when you travel with kids, you have to carry less of your stuff, especially when you go to places like this lah, like mini adventure, right? Road trip, mini adventure kind of place. So yeah, but these days actually touching on not many people going Tioman, right? Even Iceland for the matter, I don't see a lot of people going to Iceland compared to like 10 years ago. Like you'll always see on IG, right? People going, right?
Yeah.
For some reason.
Could it
Now
also be
people
because of COVID
yeah, that played a part. And
issue,
at that
right?
point, I think Iceland pun advertised their tourism quite major tau at that point lah. Cuma sekarang maybe shifted lah.
I think that's true. At one point of time, like there were like tons of people.
Yeah, like almost everyone. Everyone.
The IJ story will have like the Northern Lights and all that, but like it's went down. I'm sure there's still people who are chasing those to see the Northern Lights and stuff.
So what about you, Matt? Matt, like where was your memorable
I also
trip,
got
man?
2. Basket.
We just throw
ask
the
you all to
rules
follow.
all out the damn window, man. Let's just
No,
not
actually,
have
I'm
any
not
rules.
Not going to say 2. I feel like I would like to say Japan. To be honest, like we had like a bomb ass time right in Japan. I like to say, but I think it'd be such a disservice to my heart. I think if I don't say Bali is the best place I've been to. I think like the first time I went to Bali, it's with Hafiz for sure. I think that was in 2010, maybe 2010.
Yeah, I think around
From
there.
then, from 2010 until now, 2024, I must have been there like about close to 30 times. I think there's one year where I went Bali like thrice. I don't know why, but I feel like okay, of course, like as Hafiz mentioned earlier, is the best place is always going to be subjective, right? A vacation, what is the best vacation is going to be subjective. I enjoy like Japan as well for sure, like when we walk and stuff like that, right? But for me, like I'm past the point where I'm sure there are still more things to do, but I'm past the point of whereby I have to actively find something to do. So when I'm in Bali, it's like I'm not doing anything anymore. I can like
just to chill.
if I've so it's like a totally refreshing holiday where like everything in Singapore is like so like hustle and bustle, but when I go there and then I take a proper break and then I come back. Like even I do like some meditation from time to time, and then I listen to those guided meditation, and then they be like, think of a place where it's calm and peaceful. I can tell you, if Kuta Beach the water can be brown, I'm still imagining myself in Bali. Like I think that is my ideal vacation. Like even when we were there with Shahid, like what do? We spent so much time in the villa. Our holiday was predominantly in the villa watching YouTube. But when we came back, we still keep talking about it. Although there wasn't like one experience like, "Weh, kita pergi sini gere, kita pergi sana gere."
But that was the experience, bro. I think
Yeah,
like just us hanging out and just
Yeah, it
watching
was just
YouTube,
for hang out,
reminiscing, and
right?
just like
Essentially.
chilling and ordering food and eating, and I think that was so good, man.
Because every
I
time
think
we are,
the good thing about Bali is there's something for everyone. You want
yeah,
to, like, some people just like beach hopping, or like to just hang out and chill at the beach. There's stuff for you. People who want to do light hiking, trekking. Then there's
mm,
you can do that. There's sea sports. There's
Yeah,
other activities. Then people who still party, at night. They cater to that too. So there's a bit of everything for everyone. That's the good thing.
I think the food's amazing too. I mean, if you go and find
Yeah,
like local food, and then even like we went to one of
solid.
the more atas places called Batik, right? I think it was
Mm.
Batik.
yeah.
Even then, the food was good, but the price was like it
Decent
wasn't like
lah.
a so
Yeah.
it was super expensive for anything
Nah,
like
yeah.
that, right? So but I think we've over the years we've been quite fortunate to be able to travel together quite a fair bit,
Yeah, I agree.
right? I I personally, I'm not sure for you guys, right? Like for me myself personally, I like to go on like a group holidays with friends. Although like you can have like your trips with your significant other or your family. I
Mm.
mean, with them included, I like to bring like friends. Whether I was like single or I was in a relationship or whenever it was, right, I always like try to call up somebody and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, are you
Group
free? Nak
group
pergi
travel
holiday?"
always fun.
Right. I would like highly recommend to anyone who's like maybe you're traveling alone or with your own family, just travel with friends. But with that being said, what works for us is we are quite like minded, kan?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's very important, aku rasa.
Because generally we're on
Quite
the same
chill.
page with things. We don't have a lot of expectations where
Yeah.
we go, right? We take every day as it comes. So
There's no
that's the good thing
pressure.
lah.
I guess there's no
When we
pressure
travel.
when kita macam all our trips tak ada macam besok nak kena bangun pukul 9 and we
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
go to this place and tak ada. So it's like even if let's say one of us woke up late, we'll be like okay boy, or like okay Mat, like just call me
We make
later
do
when you're
lah.
up and we'll meet up wherever, and it's always so chill. So like being
Yeah.
like-minded is also very important. If you can travel with that kind of group of friends, then I think you're gonna have the most amazing trip no matter where you go lah. That's how I could feel about it lah.
Yeah, I think
Mm.
like the planning part is important, but like we don't over plan, kan? Like when we went to
Yeah.
Japan,
The key is not to overplan lah.
we had like places where we wanted to go to, and then like even then we missed out Mount
Mm.
Fuji
Yeah.
because we were like, okay, let's wake up later the next day,
Yeah.
so we just missed out that,
Mm.
and then like nobody is like
Yeah, and
upset about
that's
it.
perfectly fine lah, right? Just deviate from the idea is to spend time together. Think
Yeah,
the key here is not to overplan and able to adjust lah,
Yep.
especially in large groups and
yeah.
especially if there are kids.
Yeah,
For
exactly. Yeah.
example, right,
Betul.
you cannot afford to overplan.
Like even
And
if you are bringing kids for like your trips, right? It's perfectly fine. Like when we went to Japan, there was a day like Hafiz and Shahid went to find things
yeah,
like toys
mm,
and all that for the kids.
mm,
Then me, you, Adila, and CJ were like somewhere else. We
Yeah,
were
yeah,
just hanging out. So
that's right. Yeah, I think just not being so rigid with your plans.
mm. At the end of the
I
day,
feel you.
holiday lah, kan?
Yeah, and
betul
and
lah.
Yeah,
and I feel you enjoy your trip together with your friends, because damn, apart from like going out, us hanging out at home at our Airbnb, that was fun, guys. Like aku felt that
yeah,
was fun. Making coffee in the morning, our morning coffee talks, that was fun, man. That also kind of inspired why aku wanted to start this podcast with you guys. Like all those moments that we had. The
Just talking.
yeah, man, it's so good. So aku just feel very lucky that it was with you guys, and all our trips have always been good. But like talking about memorable trips.
Mm.
Where would you guys wanna go next? Maybe because we most memorable, I guess for us, Japan, Bali. What other which other countries would you guys wanna go to, man, and visit? Maybe Mehdi, start with you.
Actually, okay, I'm not like the explorer kind of guy. Like
Mm.
I'm fine with, like, if tomorrow somebody comes and tell me like you can no longer travel anywhere else other than Bali and Japan, right? I'll probably be like, okay, it's fine.
Mm.
But I think if I have to pick one, probably UK. Like, just to catch a football game, I think that would be it. To go to Anfield, I'm a Liverpool fan, so so I think, yeah, that I planned that. I had that in mind, and then COVID happened, so that got cancelled.
Mm.
So that was quite a bummer because that was the season. In the end, Liverpool won, so it would have been mad to
Damn,
actually
that would have been fun,
experience
man. Yeah.
experience that. What about you guys? Where would you like to go
Hafiz?
to next?
Where would I like to go? Thing is, uh, I'm a traveler by heart lah. So one of the things I always told you guys that I wish I did more when I was younger was travel.
Hmm.
Like now, like
Mm.
I mean, no regrets in life. However, it turns out to be.
Yeah.
Just that now my kids are still young, so maybe certain places that I want to go to, it might not be feasible or accessible with young kids lah. You can still do
Mm.
it maybe, but like triple times more leceh, so to speak, right?
Hmm.
But the
Yeah.
next destination, mm, I might want to go London again lah.
Mm.
Because the
London.
last time I was there, I actually but it was only 4 nights because it was combined with that Iceland trip. But I would love to go again lah, because I had a
Mm.
good time there. But again, London is similar lah. It's shopping, food, and stuff, right? If other than that, at this moment, actually another destination is Hokkaido.
Mm.
Hokkaido.
Yeah. So if it's Japan, the next time maybe one of the places I would consider is Hokkaido.
Hokkaido.
Because we've been to like Tokyo, Osaka few times
Hmm.
already at this
Yep.
stage, right? So maybe we try something else. But yeah, let's see
Any
how it
specific
turns out.
reason why it's Hokkaido for the snow?
Milk
Yeah,
toast.
for the bread, for the yang roti biru tu. Ada kat Yusta tu. Pergi pergi sana tak ada tau.
Hampa. Hampa gila saya.
Where's the bread?
I want a bread.
Tunjuk gambar. Bodoh seh. For the snow lah, I think probably then like the snow resort,
Mm.
like the snowboarding and stuff. I was because in Tokyo, if you want to do that, it's seasonal.
Yeah.
You
That's
can
right.
still do that in Tokyo. For those listening lah, interested to go
Hmm.
Japan, you can still do that. But it's the months are seasonal, so those months are not during the school holiday. And I have school going kids.
Mm.
Yeah, fair.
So every
Yeah.
time I go, I cannot be at the snow resort lah, for so to speak. So maybe lah, maybe just throwing ideas. So,
I've never
so for
experienced
yourself,
snow though. Yeah,
Oh.
ada actually.
yeah,
Snow City.
I've Tokyo.
It,
I've been to Gala Yuzawa. It's a ski resort. So snow it's snowing, snow
Mm.
mountain. To we played, but the snowboard and stuff.
is
My
it
wife
far
fell
off?
like 3 times from the chairlift. If you are
Is
listening, you
is it
probably will be listening.
is it difficult to snowboard?
Uh, is because ada gradient tau. Dia
Mm.
macam ada expert slope. So called lah, aku just label it as that. I just
Uh,
label it as that. Then there's a medium skill slope.
oh,
Then there's one is
Different
like
levels,
different levels. So we took the like beginner to medium that slope. It's not tiring to snowboard, but if you were to fall over, anything
ah,
up, you will tire because
Yep.
both your both your feet are locked onto the board.
Mm.
So you have to
Mm.
push yourself out. Tau. Like
Ah,
skateboard, right? You can put
yeah,
one
yeah,
foot down kan. Snowboard you cannot.
yeah.
Unless you don't lock the other feet lah. But for beginners, masuk gaung,
Take care ah.
Yeah.
keluar balik jadi Yeti pun tak balik modal.
Duduk tepi makan milk toast sudah.
But that was
Dah
fun lah.
pernah.
It was fun. It was fun. I
Yeah,
would love to do that
snow is fun,
again,
man.
but with my kids. I would love to
Mm.
bring them to somewhere like that.
Is there a age restriction for kids or height restriction for kids?
Actually, they cater an area for like
Just for
what they
kids
call
ah.
it. The like the sleds the
Bobsled.
bobsleigh, like
Toboggans
something like that lah for kids punya area.
or sled. Yeah, yeah. That's good ah.
What about
Ke
you,
nak
boy?
masuk ke nak training cool runnings. Nanti kita pergi 4 orang ajak Syahid cool runnings.
Okay juga.
Why are you guys talking about running and Syahid in the same sentence? I mean, now he's got a shoe, maybe. Boy, so what about you?
Aku have been to. I mean, I'm also thankful. Aku have been able to travel a bit. I've been to the US. I've been to Japan. I've been to Southeast, quite a few Southeast Asia countries. But I've never been to Europe. So I feel, I don't know, maybe like macam Denmark ke atau like
Nordic.
Sweden. Yeah, like like some
Scandinavia.
Scandinavian. Or Europe maybe, because CJ, my wife, has been to Paris. Even though she likes going to the museum, so going to the Louvre was like a big thing for her. But every other thing in the city was a bit not as great. Sorry if to any French listeners. To any French listeners,
I've
but
had this quite a few times actually. I mean, I've had to go there, but usually the feedback macam like it's nothing great. It's always the case. Yeah, for some reason.
I mean, I've also never been there, so it's quite harsh for me to judge. But my wife has told me stories about being there, and I was with her when she was there. I was in a relationship with her when she went there. So she used to call me every day and like tell me like, oh, like, I'm here now, this place is, and telling me about the different stories that's happening in the city and stuff. So um I I don't know. Maybe I have to go there and experience it myself.
Like, you gotta experience it yourself.
Yeah,
I think like end of the day is still subjective, right?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
until you've been there, like we
Yeah.
can go there and then like it, or
Yeah,
we
exactly.
can go there and like totally dislike
Subjective
it.
lah kan,
Yeah,
individual.
correct. So yeah, man. Maybe I don't know. Maybe a Europe country that I've never been to. I think that's quite interesting.
I think Switzerland is solid.
I
It's always
had a
amazing in photos tau. Always.
Switzerland.
I heard
orang
it's
macam just ambil gambar Semarang pun cantik juga.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look at their
chocolate.
look at their chocolates, man. Like the pictures on their chocolates, right, bro? Like on the wrappers, right?
It's
Kau
always
tengok.
like some Alps.
It's legit. It's a legit real mountain, bro. Like they take photo of, and like it's not some made up shit, and like
AI,
orang just slap on a piece of
on
chocolate.
wrapper.
Sama lah macam yang Hokkaido punya roti tu. Sama lah dia.
Actually, I now have like a legit question. Why is it Hokkaido milk toast? Like, is Hokkaido? I mean, okay lah. After we end this, I probably go and research or something. Is milk toast popular in Hokkaido or something? Like why?
Probably lah.
Probably, or is it because of the milk, bro? It could be just
Cannot
the
be.
milk.
They like make the bread and decide to name drop.
Yes.
But
Hokkaido lah.
But now that is called Hokkaido milk toast kan, like there is nothing else that can top the name. You try and put like any city on the name,
Sapporo milk toast, not so bad.
it's still not Hokkaido milk toast. Like
That's true,
even
yeah.
if
It's
even
not
if you put
Hokkaido
like
milk toast, bro.
Tokyo milk toast, it doesn't sound
HMT, bro.
exclusive. But when it's now like Hokkaido milk toast, so
Sounds
shout
good
out
lah,
to
bro.
the people at Gardenia kan tu.
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Sunshine,
Tak salah.
sponsor us. I mean,
Man,
I'll put your brand.
imagine,
I'll put your brand here.
like the start of the episode is like
Hokkaido Toast.
this podcast is sponsored by Hokkaido Milk
This
Toast.
podcast is brought to you by Sunshine Hokkaido Milk Toast. Available
Yeah.
at all.
But if they were to
Works.
if they were to sponsor us, right, by any means, screw everything else. I'm rapping. I eat that Hokkaido Milk Toast every day.
Same here, bro. Same here, man. It's good.
Aku
It's good.
used to eat the bread every day at one point.
Just
It's
gitu.
good, but it's good. I mean, why wouldn't you not eat it every day?
Dengan margarine or something lah.
But for like bread lovers,
What-
right
what
now,
do you- What do you
there's
guys put on
this-
your toast, bro?
These days I hardly have toast lah. So
like jam, not jam, kaya, like kaya.
even
The,
if I were, then butter,
Yeah, man.
margarine probably.
but I slap Nutella on everything. Like, I
Oh,
just
same
put
here, bro.
Nutella. Like
Aku
I eat
butter, then Nutella, bro.
right.
It's so creamy, but then probably not healthy, but I don't care lah. kan.
Guess.
Kau tak minum condensed milk sekali? Kalau dah begitu.
Here condensed milk you can buy, in the tub, in the not tub, the tube, right? The tube.
Squeeze
Aku-
back.
The squeeze thing. Aku pakai benda tu, kan. It looks like kau squeeze a lot, but actually it's like probably a spoonful. CJ kalau nampak dia macam, wah, you don't want to just drink it from.
CJ yang coffee black kind of person
Yes, Americano, bro. Straight up, no sugar, no nothing, just like,
Coffee black kind of person.
yeah,
I-
man.
I'm at this point, like at this juncture whereby I'm taking like black coffee. Like I used to like the 3-in-1 Nescafe thing and then like all of that, right? But nowadays, like I appreciate black coffee more than I used to, and like every coffee that I drink these days, like dah macam black coffee, macam no sugar, nothing.
3-in-1 is a no-go lah for aku. It doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
So I have to make my own coffee.
Same here, man. Coffee beans is the way here. I mean, lagi Australia, man, coffee culture is so crazy. For me not to jump on that hype and like try it out. Crazy.
Is there like a lot of cafes and things? Is it?
Many breweries and many different cafes doing their own coffee, man. Like the coffee culture here is so crazy that the Yahoo Starbucks got kicked out of the country, bro. I'm not even kidding. Like you don't even
really?
think, yeah, bro. Like Starbucks can't survive here, bro. Like nobody will support Starbucks, not because of. I mean, of course you shouldn't, but
lah, kan? It's still around though, right?
I think it's like dah tak ada lagi terus, and like
Oh, for
it's
real?
yeah, it's like kalau ada pun, I don't think I think tak ada lah. Like I've never seen any Starbucks. That's how crazy. Okay, let me give you an example. You go into the city, right? You see a small coffee shop, kecil, like out of nowhere. Itu coffee shop they survive in the city because people support this kind of thing, and like the coffee culture. If your coffee is good,
Coffee culture lah. Yeah.
gila lah, I tell you, like amazing ah. It's just crazy ah. Yeah,
I
man.
also
Coffee is
think
such
that
lah, right? At the end of the day, the coffee has to be good.
Yep.
The hype ke, the advertising aside, the coffee has to be good lah. That people keep coming back.
when you drink a lot of different like coffee from other place, like you find maybe Coffee Bean, Starbucks quite not so impressive. Maybe I think,
Actually,
definitely, bro.
right. Coffee wise aku tak, I don't fancy them to be frank.
but it's like more to readily available, so people are like getting the coffee.
If it's, kalau kat luar, if it's outside, Yakun is my go-to
Ooh,
coffee. Yakun
I'm
got
gonna get some
creamy
Yakun
lah.
when I'm back in SG, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, I need that Yakun, bro.
Kau buka kat
What is-
Australia lah, Yakun.
Bukan satu Yakun
Jual
Franchise.
Hokkaido milk toast.
milk toast.
Hokkaido, Yakun, Haikal. People don't even know what you're selling tau tapi. Tapi jual roti biru tu juga. Tak ada kopi pun. Dia reseller roti biru.
Hokkaido milk toast brought to you. Check us out on the odds. Kira kan masih mau nak sponsor tau. Masih
Masih.
minta tau.
Let's get them to
Kalau kena
sponsor
sue,
us.
tak boleh modal siap. Terus bungkus.
Mau tutup, mau bungkus ni podcast.
How do you get from like
Travel.
travel jadi Hokkaido milk toast ya?
Anyway, okay, just to add, if you guys get a chance, you have the chance to go Maldives.
Oh man. What is this about
like-
Maldives that I hear that they are saying it's like is it sinking or it's not going to be
I think
there?
every year the water level is rising, so technically it's sinking lah by
Same
a
like Singapore.
certain
Oh no.
amount. By a certain amount lah.
Oh, so it's a real thing, huh?
Yeah, I think I read that somewhere before, so have to recheck the facts lah. But if
So is there like a time frame that they are giving before it is no longer a place to travel?
I'm not sure, maybe, but not near future lah. But it's something that is slowly happening.
I
over
think
time.
it will be probably well known if like you can't travel to Maldives anymore, kan? Like
Yeah,
it is so popular and like a lot of people,
because it's
you know,
really a postcard near place like you see it on
island,
postcard,
country,
photos on Instagram. But when you reach there, it really looks like that.
Mahal tak? Is it expensive?
I was there for diving, so aku on board a boat for 1 week tau. Live on board lah, they call it. So it's like a mini moving hotel. Then they will stop at places for you to dive. But this was over a decade ago lah. I think 2012.
Interesting. Maybe you gotta check this out.
2012, 2013. Yeah. But if you guys have the chance to go, the private islands are more pricey lah. They have local islands, but the pictures you see usually is private islands lah. The nicer places to stay. But I think activity wise you have to find out lah, because there's not much to be done actually once you are there. Dia kira chill. When the island kan kau chill.
Yeah lah.
So it looks like a place where we probably enjoy.
Definitely
Kan? Maybe that is something
our kind of vibe kan.
Honeymooners all this they will love it lah.
we should keep that in.
But it's really really nice lah. And if you are a diver, anyone listening, if you are a diver, if
Maldives.
you are able to
Maldives.
Damn. Go and dive there. It's really an experience.
Dive
So
with
is
the
it called-
turtles, right, bro?
Is it called Maldives because of diving?
Tas.
Dia ni boy cakap Maldives.
Maldives. Yeah,
So
man.
do they call the people Maldives?
Maldivians.
Yeah, actually what?
That sound a bit lame, but it's just a legit question.
Maldivers. Nampak? Maldivers. Maldivers, betul. Come on, guys.
Don't get
Maldivers.
sued lah, guys. Okay, Hokkaido, the bread is gonna sue us. Bad enough.
Sorry.
Now a whole country is coming after us.
It's coming after us.
But Maldives, I love you guys, man. It's really, really a beautiful place. Beautiful people.
We should put it in the list
Damn.
of places to go.
Yeah, man. Maldives, we love
Actually,
you. Sponsor us. I mean,
country
Gamba,
tau
bila
sponsor
mention,
kita.
At Gamba, the one we go as a group. Like, finally
Yeah.
get the photo.
True that. Speaking of list, like went through the list of things that like people asked or talked about from episode 1.
oh,
Like,
is there another one?
people enjoyed the parts whereby Hafiz mainly spoke about the music or the local rap scene. I think, right?
Yeah.
I think
Hip-hop.
that made people like took people back in time to like a time where they were also part of the scene. So I just want to ask you guys, like, do you guys remember the first ever hip hop show you guys went to? Like in Singapore, you are now in Sydney, obviously, but when you were in Singapore, so do you guys remember what was the first show you guys went to?
Oh.
I do.
I do as well. Please, you wanna start first or you want me to?
Go ahead, man.
Okay, so I've been to a lot of shows. I've been involved in a few shows with you guys as well. But I think the first ever show that I went to, that I can still remember, was my first ever hip hop fest in, I think, 2006, where Titanium and Taufik Batisa was performing at Hong Lim
Ong
Park.
Lim. Okay, I was there.
So I remembered, a friend of mine, or a friend got got a few tickets, and then gave it to me, and then yeah, man, I remember it was a huge. It was, korang tahu kan, yang you guys go out from the MRT station, and then it's just
Yeah,
at
it's the
the
park
field
kan,
behind, right? At
whole
the,
big
yeah,
area. I was
yeah,
there.
bro. So it was packed. I can't remember. I don't know how many people, but I guess Titanium was a hit back then. They were quite popular in Southeast Asia, and also Taufik Batisa won Singapore Idol. So macam it was like, I think, I guess it was one
Was
of the
that the
bigger.
year? Was that the year he won?
I think it was the previous year that he won, or the year is, I can't remember exactly, but he was already the Singapore Idol winner lah by then.
Ah,
So
Taufik
aku
was,
remember,
yeah, I think it was that year kan? Is it
yeah.
05
So
or 04
I think
something
at
like
that
that?
point
Yeah.
aku belum kenal korang tau. I think aku tak kenal korang. But I remember everyone was decked out in like basketball jerseys,
Durek.
durags and baseball caps, and basketball shoes, and sama lah, aku was like, I think I was in Jordans. I had a Jordan jersey on, a Bulls jersey. Aku had like baggy jeans. That was how crazy it was. So it was. I
Do you
think that's my
guys
first.
know
Um.
who organized that?
Ooh, aku not sure actually.
If
Maybe
that,
Hafiz.
oh man, I can't recall, man. Actually, because I think that was during my NS or years or just after. I wasn't that active in the scene during my NS. So aku a
Hmm.
bit lost touch. Certain years lah, like a couple of years in between. I'm not
Hmm.
sure who organized that. Maybe Imran had summertime punya platform tak this kind of show. So maybe
Hmm.
I mean, it's definitely within like the
right
platform
that time period,
kind
right?
because
So maybe I can't recall any who were the other organizers at that time. Oh, I really can't recall, man. But
but
it's
who
a
else?
huge show lah.
It
I
was
remember
huge. It was
being
huge.
there. Yeah, it was really a huge show.
It was huge. Aku
Pet,
can't remember
petang
any
sampai
other.
malam juga kan?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I think
Aku
that
remember.
was quite huge tau tu.
Aku remember it was. There was a lot of acts. There was many different performers. Aku kan pinpoint exactly who was there or who performed, but the two most prominent one was Titanium and Taufik that time. Taufik was singing, and then but Titanium was doing the whole group punya um performing, So
Hmm.
yeah, so that was I think aku can't remember. Maybe I don't know whether Access, or I don't think Access. Maybe Izaril or Freaky.
Aesthetics, I
Maybe Freaky Z was performing.
yeah, maybe I
Fazli
believe
was maybe
Freaky
performing.
could
I'm not
be.
sure. Maybe I think,
Maybe Escapist
Fazli.
or Aesthetics
yeah,
for
probably.
access lah. Because those years it was generally them doing shows.
Yep. So
Right.
at that
So I
point,
believe
aku
so
rasa
lah.
aku wasn't I wasn't really au fait with the scene yet. Aku really didn't really know much people, but I was
Mm.
just into hip hop then, and
Yeah.
it was a huge festival, so I went, and yeah, there were a few, definitely a lot of acts, a lot of performers. Aku can't remember exactly. Aku tried searching for it, but aku couldn't find any results, man.
Yeah, the
So
thing
yeah,
is always the archiving portion lah. Right.
yeah,
There's
man.
so
I think,
many good shows over the years, right? Like, we
yeah,
should
man.
have archived better lah, I feel.
And unfortunately, like the platforms are different in that sense because it was like, there was the Friendster, so there might
Mm.
have been pictures up in
Yeah,
Friendster
yeah.
or at MySpace, and then before Facebook became a thing, so
Friendster
probably
is
got
so legendary, man.
lost like
Maybe
in a.
yeah lah. Maybe some people do have photos of those events lah. Could believe so. It's just you need to go out of your way to, or someone to do the archiving here, kan?
Mm.
for the
Yep.
If
timeline.
anyone is listening, or do you guys
You guys
hold
got
on to
some.
materials?
Yeah, man.
We just wanna look at
Mm.
it. And also because Haikal's memory is so poor, he gave us two names. If Rikizi, if you performed at that Hip Hop Fest 2006,
Let
let
us
us
know,
know.
man.
Hey,
Let
shout
us
outs
know.
to Frikizi,
Shout outs,
Fazli.
man.
Yeah.
He tuned into the first episode, and then he liked it, gave us some tips on what else we can
Yeah.
do. Hey,
True.
shout out.
Yeah, man.
It's
Thank you so much.
nice that these people listen into our nonsense.
Thank you guys for the
Hafiz, what
support.
Go
about
first.
yourself?
You go first,
What
man.
was your first show? Myself, okay. My first hip hop show 2004,
Mm.
and I believe it was 2004. So platform 4. So for anyone, I mean, like most people don't know, like I went to school with this group of guys from Sykes, or they were called Psycholectics back then. So there was Naufal, known as Young, Ideal, known as Define, and then Malik, known as Ilbril. So I was in the same class with these guys. So these guys were my biggest influence to do what I did a while ago and still try to do now. So they
Mm.
took part in this competition called Platform 4. Platform was this, I think it was a yearly series. So 4 must have been in 2004. It was
Mm.
up to 7. I took part in Platform 7. So it was 2004. I w- I remember it was at like, it looked like a club or a bar, but of course it wasn't like serving alcohol at that, because it
Mm.
was like an afternoon slot.
Mm.
Dia ke Hougang tau. I think
Mm.
I think it was Hougang. So it was like the first time I went to like a hip hop show, because I just wanted to support my friends. I had like no idea of like, wanting to catch hip hop or whatsoever. No, so
Mm.
everything was new to me. I just went there to support my friends, and then I was looking at like what was going on. I remember Fazli Frikizi was the host for that. So it must be like
Oh.
quarterfinals. It wasn't the finals of that platform show. So I remember like Frikizi was the host. And much like you, unfortunately, I have poor memory also, bro. So what was crazy was Hafiz can tell if this right or wrong. Did Frikizi win some Eminem rap alike thing?
Mm.
That I
Yes, right.
know.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So when I saw, and then he was performing, he did perform as well. I was quite impressed. I was like, "Hey, this is new." Like,
Mm.
and then coupled with the fact that he won something that big, I think he also got to watch Eminem in US. I think he said it in one of his songs as well. So I
Yeah.
think that
Something like that.
he flew to the
If I
States
recall
to catch
correctly.
Eminem, right? So that was like my first experience of it. So the whole thing was crazy. But what is crazy, right? Apart from my own friends performing, kat show tu ada this guy, nama dia Ninja Muscle tau.
Mm.
Itu dia punya stage
Mm.
name, Ninja Muscle. I was looking at it like, why the hell did somebody call himself Ninja Muscle? You know what's the best part of it? I think he
Mm.
won. Dia,
Whoa.
dia
The
menang.
whole the platform series that
Tak
7
salah
series.
aku, platform 4. Tak salah aku,
Oh, okay.
dia won that platform 4. Shout outs to Ninja Muscle. I don't know where
Ninja
is it,
muscle.
or if he's still doing music and stuff.
Bro,
But
if
it was
if
like
if he did it now, that name would be fly, bro. Like look at the names nowadays. I show speed, you know?
Mm.
some
This
some
Ninja
but
muscle would fly.
at that point of time, I was like Ninja Muscle. But here's the thing. I think, right, like I believe I was supposed to do hip hop at a small portion of my time. I
Mm.
was staying in Serangoon, and then I ended up in Yishun Sec because my mom wanted me to go to my grandma's place after school. And then I met these guys.
Mm.
Like I met like Sykes, like Naufal, Ideal, and them. I really think Yus was there as well. Fai
Yeah.
was there as well.
Mm.
All of us were like in Yishun Sec. I think if I didn't meet these guys, right, there would have been a high chance that I probably would not have done like
It's
hip
meant to
hop,
be, man.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Some things are meant to be lah.
so
That
Yeah, man.
I didn't choose hip hop, bro. Hip hop chose me from Yishun Sec.
Hey,
The
shout out Yishun Sec. Shout out
You
to your
shout out
mom.
your first crew, man. You didn't say
And
your
shout
first
out to
crew's
your
name.
first crew, man.
My first crew is this crew called Abduction, man. Rest in peace to my boy Farhan.
Hmm.
Farhan passed away. Like, it was quite a shock to us. So I think that if it wasn't for that guy, he was in Yishun Sec too. So I wrote
Mm.
like my first rhymes with him. It was bad. I was bad, and then but I remember I went to Izariel's house to record, and back
Hmm.
then we had to like hold the mic, and then I was perspiring, and Fi was like playing computer, the PlayStation One, I think, at the side, and
Yeah.
we had to switch off the
Zariel's old
fan.
house, ah.
It was his grandma's place or something, right?
Hmm. Rumah blok tu blok 14 kan? Blok 14
Bukan.
kira rumah nenek dia.
Mm.
Then we had to off the fan when you want to record, and then when like it was a mad experience. And we still
Yeah.
used to like write in the exercise books. Like even now, even when I try to write something, I use my handphone. Back then, we
Hmm.
like wrote it down like somewhere. It was a crazy time. But even then, like if you think about it, it was 2004. That is in itself is 20 years ago.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, how
Kan?
time flew, eh? Time flew.
So
20 years, man.
if mine was 20 years ago, then Hafiz confirm dah 25 years ago ke apa lah for sure.
Make me sound You guys make me sound that old though. Okay. I'm not 60 by the way. Just in
But
case
I
people
mean,
are wondering.
you were there by then, by 2004,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
my first. So which year was your first show experience?
Okay, first show. Actually, I remember it clearly lah. First show. Izaril was the one who brought me along lah to the show. So the first show I went to was in year 2000.
Mm.
Okay,
Hmm.
one thing I forgot to mention, episode one. The year before, in 99, there was this big, really big hip hop event called Rhythm and Poetry. I'm sure you
Mm.
guys heard about it lah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yes.
So actually Izaril wanted asked me along for that show, but I didn't go for some reason lah. I can't recall. So my first ever hip hop gig, I owe a lot to Izaril lah. To be frank, just like how you mentioned, you met your friends in school. They
Hmm.
brought you into the music. Actually, Izari is the guy that got me into hip hop.
Hip hop. Mm.
Yeah. So okay, to first show. Okay, we talk about the first show. The very first show I went to was at Borders. We always call it Borders, right? Wheelock Place,
Wheelock place.
Hmm.
Yeah, borders.
because Borders used to be there.
Yep.
So the rear entrance, Borders from the car park at the back.
Yep.
Okay, the I remember the first ever act I watched. You know Slick Bobby,
Oh
right?
yeah. Slick
His father,
Bobby.
his father was the one performing. Imran
Eh,
Hypno.
gila
Wow, that
sia. And then now his son is
Yes.
doing it.
Personally, it is so good to see a second generation
do it.
rapper. I think
Continue,
he is
yeah.
the only one,
Wow.
And Slick Bobby, shout out to you, bro. You are dope. Okay, I
Yeah.
might not know you personally, but I do hear your stuff time to time. Solid.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
listened to some of his
imagine,
stuff as well.
yeah. So imagine the first ever show I watched. It was his dad. So his dad was in this group called Southern Light Bombing (SLB) with another guy
Okay.
named Tigor. I don't know where Tigor is now. So on that day there were two gigs actually, if I recall correctly lah. So one was at Borders. Then that show pun ada like MC, then ada B-boy. Dulu always mix tau.
Mix, yeah.
Then
Hmm.
kat tepi nanti ada macam graph and stuff like. So after that that was in the afternoon. So in the evening, Youth Park was like always at that point of time the go-to place lah for shows. Right. So Elementical Fury was performing.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Mm.
Ellie Fury at that point kira macam prime time hip hop crew tau. Right. So I was so inspired. Going back after that show, right, I was so inspired, like want to learn how to write. Right. So again, I cannot write at that point of time lah. I cannot write if my life depended on it. So Izaril had a hand in helping me throughout lah. the first few years. So I owe it to him lah.
Damn.
I mean, I'm not saying like the name Izaril that listeners are supposed to like, siapa sih? Dia ni asyik cakap nama that. For those who know, he's a close friend of ours lah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So imagine I see the son rapping now. Like, there's really something. No, I think he's the only one. I think he's the only one.
Yeah, actually, I don't know of others. There might be, but maybe we'll find out along the way.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Hopefully.
like second generation rappers, right? You mentioned if your kids want to do hip hop, would you encourage it?
Hip-hop.
I'll actually be happy if they were to do it. Sekarang macam Korean,
K-pop.
thanks to like, I mean Miss MS lah, they do listen to like Naim Daniel, like yelah.
Oh, the Malaysian pop.
Kois
So
is into singing, so that's a good a good start.
yeah,
She
actually Kois
gave me.
always ask me this question, like after he watched stuff on YouTube of
Mm.
us, last time. Why you stop doing it? I say I didn't stop. Did I say I stopped? But I say it's just time lah. Then over like a couple of months later, she will ask again. Why you stop singing? She call it singing lah. So I mean, hopefully she gets some of it when she grows up. Jangan start nyanyi lagu Korea pula dalam bahasa Korea tau terus. So I mean, if it's something
Kalau
she
Singapore,
likes or Kudra likes, okay lah. It's their call, right? I don't want to force things upon them.
kalau Singapore boleh buat Hokkaido milk toast, kenapa dia tak boleh nyanyi lagu Korean?
Yeah.
So it was like so it was 2000 kan kau cakap the first show?
Yeah, my first show that I went to was 2000. There was a steady stream lah. That those few years onwards kan. Steady stream. Every other weekend there's always a show.
Who was the organizer at that point? It wasn't Imran Isran.
If I recall correctly, Imran was performing tau at that point of time. Okay, his first
At that
song
show?
that I remember Imran, Safety. You can ask him. Beautiful song. I don't know whether you can find it anywhere now ke tak lah. The name of the song is Safety. So okay, sidetrack, sorry. So I know Rashid the Bomb. We call it Rashid the Bomb because the name of the store. I think. So he was one of it. Then the Liquid guys. Also.
They had a magazine, right?
Yeah, correct. Then God Soldiers. There was a group called God Soldiers. They were also performing and making gigs at the same time. There were a few others lah. I that long ago aku tak really recall lah. But it was a steady stream lah. It was banyak shows at that point of time. Anyway, those who listen to the first episode, disclaimer for us, whatever we say about the scene, it comes from a place of love lah.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know. It's not that we compare our time was better.
Definitely.
It's just that we are out of touch. Personally, I am out of touch. I would like to be closer to what it is right now. Maybe, but that's the effort coming from me lah, right, on my own part.
Same for aku. I would love to learn more about this because aku started out not say late, but aku wasn't there from the beginning, right? So aku would love to, if we could, honestly, if we could get some friends over and we can talk about this more, aku would love that.
I mean, it's never like, you start later than me, or I start earlier than you. I'm pioneer. I think nobody really feels that way, right? It's just something that I grew up with, right? When you are in your teens, when it stays with you, like it's a part of you. Although like maybe last time younger you feel strong, I felt stronger about it. Kan, dengan rambut dulu buat dreadlock lah, sekarang rambut pun dah kurang kan. But lah, I mean at that stage of life. But when you talk about it, you have fond memories.
Definitely.
So it's good
for
to
sure.
see people. There are various good MCs right now lah in Singapore. To be frank, right?
Yeah, bro.
Sun, right? To name
Sun.
like Bobby. I think the recent music video apa yang the remix they made. There's a few of them there also, right?
Oh, the Japanese
Team
Japanese
Yes.
track
Team
like
Tomodachi
Yes, the
ah,
Singapore one.
betul
I
tu.
think, the active ones are in the video lah kan. Shout out to you guys lah, right?
Yeah, I think Sun was performing in Bali like
Yeah. You shared right
a
the other
few
day.
days ago.
Mm.
It's crazy like the opportunities they have now. I mean, definitely you have to be good. So shout outs to these people. Like if there's one thing that you would like to see for the scene, as I'm talking
Ooh.
specifically SG pop scene. I don't have to be a lengthy answer, but what would you like to see?
For myself, I think I wish this one is a hindsight thing lah. I
Hmm,
wish the archiving was
better.
better lah. Like at that all those milestones, right?
Yeah.
I wish someone like could have seen the future, like macam they actually archive the timeline, you see.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
people
true.
like from the 90s, maybe ada abang-abang breakdancer from the 80s. You know, imagine 80s ada kan breakdancing
Sure.
time
I
kan
mean,
when we were kids.
definitely, yeah, kan?
Right. So aku wish the archiving was way better. So macam yalah macam US punya scene kan.
Yep.
Kau boleh you can Google search everything loh
Betul.
and read. Even though dia macam dia dah tak perform ke apa something like
Yep.
that kan. Macam people who played a part, like at what point, at what year.
I mean, my dad has told me stories about hip hop in Singapore back when he was
80s
younger and all
breakdancing
that.
lah.
So
So
yeah. So
breakdancing was big kan at one point of time. I
yeah,
think
man.
we were kids, babies lah
Yeah.
at that point of time, but we heard of it.
Yeah.
So something here macam a problem here is the archiving lah.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
that's
Tapi like
missing.
someone needs to.
Come together,
It takes
maybe.
a huge effort to do.
Yeah.
Tapi if what I wish for right now, maybe I just hope for like active punya scene lah, like what it used to, you know, ada steady stream of shows, variety of shows and stuff. Like on the weekend, maybe you can go to. Then ada main event, you know. I think we spoke about it before. Like just generally is that lah.
Yeah, I think I second that. Like
What
to
about
me,
you, Matt?
I personally would just like to have to see more shows, like for like hip hop shows. You know, like nowadays there's a lot of people performing like at different events, not like back then. Like macam specific show that where you can see new acts or older acts. It was like a hip hop show. I don't even mind if it's like a monthly once kind of show. I think
Yeah,
that would be that
better than none
that
lah
is
kan.
that is what I believe would be the best for the scene. I think maybe because you also uncover a lot of newer artists people want to try out. I mean that's exactly how I started also macam
Yeah, actually how all
like
of us started lah kan
like
at one
just
point of time. Yeah, to
somebody
be fair.
gave me a chance to
Opportunity, yeah,
perform
that's right.
kan. Hopefully if anybody who's listening in and have the means to do it or the one to do it, go ahead man. I really hope people do that.
Yeah.
Kita berbual gini dah 1 jam 10 minit. Sial. Okay,
Sorry,
before
this
we wrap this up,
Yeah, man.
let's do some
Let's play a game.
hip hop ranking. Hip
Okay.
hop, since we are on the topic of hip hop, let's do some hip hop ranking. This is again going to be personal, is subjective.
Yeah.
There is no right, no wrong.
Alright.
Okay, let me start first. Okay, just say since I
Dia
suggested
apa?
this,
As in artist, rank an artist. Is it?
yeah, rank an artist. So okay, so for example, okay, sekarang aku kasih korang 3 group, then you guys answer. Okay, I'm going to give you guys Wu-Tang and NWA, Run DMC. Just these 3. So what would be your 1, 2, 3? It can be anything according to you.
Okay. For me,
Uh,
I started listening to hip hop, actively listening I think the year 98, 99 onwards.
Mm.
So
Okay.
technically macam past this NWA dan DMC period. Of course can still get the albums lah.
Yeah.
So if to rank the three, Wu-Tang is for the children.
Wu-Tang kan.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang is number
So
one for sure.
maybe
Did
I think
you
it's a generational thing lah kan. If you ask for yourself, Haikal?
Aku would put Wu-Tang number 1, NWA 2, and then
Run
Run
DMC?
DMC third pasal Run DMC was way before my time, so I did listen to some tracks, but aku didn't really like grow up on that, so Wu-Tang was much more my time. So yeah, man, Wu-Tang number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aku will put like NWA 1 though. I mean, all of these groups are like beyond, past, way ahead of my time.
Yeah.
When I started to listen, it was quite late, right? But of course, when I started to listen to hip hop, then these are prominent groups that you go back and listen to.
Yeah.
So I've heard a fair bit, but for somehow I prefer NWA. Then I put Wu-Tang and then Run DMC. Macam for some reason aku just suka macam hardcore gangster rap
Yeah,
gitu
yeah.
kan. So that's why I think NWA.
Okay,
So now you guys have an idea of the game, this ranking. Your turn to
I have a list. Okay, I'll give you 5
Okay.
rappers, right? As I ask you, you tell me what number you're gonna put. Okay, so it's 1 to 5. Okay, so I'll give you guys the name first. Then you tell me where you put lah. 5. Okay, but not so bad. Okay, 5. Okay,
Meaning you're not going to give us all 5.
No, I'm gonna give you one by one. Then korang just tell me what number you're gonna put that
Oh, so this is blind ranking
blind
kan?
ranking. For akunya is just a blind ranking. Okay? Alright.
Okay.
Drake.
5.
Okay, Drake number 5. Okay,
Aku don't really listen to Drake, to be frank.
Okay. You can explain lah. You can explain if you wanna explain yourself.
I mean, to be fair, aku don't listen to much hip hop actively over recently lah. So, but somehow I don't know why, but I don't fancy listening to Drake. I don't know why. I cannot explain.
Okay.
There are good songs here and there lah, tapi macam okay, never mind. See who's the next.
Okay, so Drake.
I listen to Drake, but I feel like it's safe to put him 5 in case 4 to 1 is going to be great.
Okay.
But I'll be damn angry you give me somebody whack than Drake.
Okay. Next one. Kanye.
Oh yeah. I'll put Kanye 3.
Okay. Peace.
4.
4 Okay. So 3 Mat, 4 Hafiz. Okay, next one. 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
And
50
just
Cent.
just so you all know, the names the rappers I'm giving you are all in the same era. Their musical career started almost around the same timing. I mean, you can fact check that, but yeah, man.
Fuck,
50 Cent,
you
man.
should have.
Kanye and 50. Maybe Kanye on third then 54 lah, I think.
Since I put Kanye 3rd already, then fuck, I should have put Kanye 4th, man. Because I love 50 Cent. Fuck it, I'm gonna put 50 Cent at number 2.
Ooh, that's quite high, bro. That's quite high. Okay, next one.
Okay.
Next one. Sorry, Hafiz, yours was what? 50? Third.
4th.
Oh, sorry.
4th, Kanye.
Oh, you switch.
Yeah, solely because of 808's
Okay.
album.
Okay,
So
cool.
okay, I could give
Next one. Kendrick Lamar, K Dot.
second.
So I put 50 second already. My Kanye was 3rd. I'll put Kendrick 4th. I mean, Kendrick is mad. I think Kendrick is mad. But I think there's still a lot more to come from Kendrick.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So I think that I'm comfortable with Kendrick being 4th.
Okay.
So I have number 1 left. Hafiz
is
number 1
left.
right.
So your number 1 is J. Cole.
Yes.
Okay
Because I know
lah,
J. Cole's
I can
name was coming.
I can deal with that.
Currently, J. Cole is top of uh, my list anyway lah.
Yeah.
Like
Aku
I listen to a lot of J. Cole and Mac Miller
aku
Nanti
these days lah. More too.
okay, aku have another list, but it's okay. Hafiz can go first if let's say we want to do the other list of mine, because I think the other list is also quite hot. But
okay, wait. Now that
Hafiz can do first.
you gave us these five, right?
Yeah.
So what will your
Oh,
order be?
my order number one will be Kendrick Lamar. Not only because of
Okay.
recent crazy tracks, but also aku have been listening to Kendrick Lamar for quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
His older tracks, Swimming Pool was one of aku punya favorite tracks. I think going to his show also made me feel that he is one of the craziest MCs right now, still doing it and still alive. So Kendrick number one. Second is actually 50 Cent, bro, because 50 Cent was what I grew up on during that period, and so 50 Cent, G Unit, all those
Mm.
crazy times 50 Cent came out with Get Rich or Die Trying and stuff like that. That was crazy. Third would actually be J Cole, because J Cole punya music always vibes me a lot. His lyrics are all mad bars. So J Cole. Number four would be Kanye. Um, I I I think Kanye is a different species, but his music is on a whole nother level lah. And then last but not least, Drake.
Freezy
Uh,
Drake.
Drizzy Drake. I'll be honest with you guys. If I cannot put him at, if I have the option not to put him on the list, I will just scrap him out because of not only what's been happening recently, but also because of a lot of evidences of him, stealing people's music and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Kau hater,
I mean,
sial.
it's okay. I mean, but
Alright.
yeah, man, that would be my list. So
Okay, Fiz, kau
Hafiz.
punya turn. Let's wrap this up with
Mm.
your options for us.
Okay. Let's go boring lah. The age old question.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac or Biggie? And explain. And you need to explain why. Just for
I can
explanation.
go first because it's not even like a tough thing for me. I'm always Park over Biggie. Like
Mm.
the reason being is like, okay, then once again, these were artists before I listened to hip hop. But of course, if you are listening to hip hop, you will gravitate towards listening to these guys because they are like the biggest like rap names, right?
Biggest name, yeah, two biggest names.
With that being said, it's not like I hate Biggie or anything. Like, but Park for me is number one because I think I resonate more to Park's lyrics than Biggie's. Although Biggie has the like nicer wordplay and then the nicer flow and all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me, I always resonate to an artist who talks about real life. Like if you Park, like off the top of my head, I can think maybe Dear Mama or Brenda's
Yeah.
Got a Baby.
Mm.
There are more examples for sure. Of course, he has his like bragging songs, right? The songs where he brags about things, but yeah, Park. And then like Hit 'em Up was the first track I ever memorized, like the first hip hop. I even until today, if you want, I can do it, bro. That's how much like I love Park, man.
Maybe
I
we can
got
have
like
that as an intro and outro for this episode.
Yeah.
I have
You
like Park CDs, like Tupac CDs. I got Tupac T-shirts. I need a Tupac tattoo next. Stuck life, baby.
Aku ada.
Kat sini tau.
uh,
Boy, what about kau?
yeah, man. I love both of them. It's so hard to choose between the both of them. On Drink Champs, you probably have to drink because it's hard to pick.
Mm.
But we don't drink. We only have tea. So man, it's gonna be Park for me. Say I guess it's almost the same explanation as Matt. Biggie definitely smoother wordplay, smoother transitions, or not transitions, but like smoother product. But Park raw and hard, and like damn, who doesn't want to freaking wrap a bandana on their head and just like, you know,
Scream Thug Life,
yeah,
baby.
exactly, bro. So like, is Park for me, So yeah, man.
So we gotta go back to the question thrower. Fish,
Yeah,
Park,
peace.
Biggie.
Uh, Tupac for me. Because like
Park.
you mentioned, like, actually if you listen again to Biggie stuff, I think he passed at 1997 kan.
One was 96, one was 97. Yeah,
97.
His
correct.
Yep.
writing at that point of time, and kira those years years prior, it was advanced though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
His
very.
for
Yeah.
sure.
right, very
Yep.
advanced though,
Yep.
compared
I think a lot of people
for
says
MCs,
this. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
MC at that point of time. But
Mm.
the thing about Park is it's all hard. Like
Mm.
when his verse, how he deliver, how he, like when you watch like old videos of him performing, is jiwa right,
Yep. Yep.
that you so that won me over lah
Yep.
that point. Kau
He's
macam
living
feel
it,
lah,
you know.
like
Yeah, man.
tiba-tiba nak walk apa tak lah kan, but feel lah, dia feel dia macam feel more gitu. But kudos to both like icons,
Yeah,
right?
true.
Yeah,
Icons.
man.
I'm sure there are
So,
the people that would prefer Big over Park,
yes,
right?
like
But I think,
Izaril will
yeah,
prefer Big.
Izaril
One of those.
prefers Biggie. There's no right or wrong more to like what you prefer, like what kind of
Yeah,
music
man.
you want.
True.
It's
You want
just your
to.
preference, man.
Actually, okay, one more short
Mm-hmm.
question.
Go for it.
First hip hop album you all bought, CD or tape,
The
whatever lah. First.
first hip hop album I bought, I think it is Marshall Mathers LP. That was the first hip hop.
2001 2000 album
1990.
2099 2000 probably
Yeah.
that period of time. What about you guys? What was your first album you bought?
Aku bought the same album, or I didn't buy it. My dad brought it home from
Uh-huh.
kau tu dulu. You guys know last time Pasar Malam got the
Oh, fake
the fake ones.
ayamnya.
Yes, the
Fake
ayam, the chap ayam one. He brought that back.
multiple multiplenya orang sue kita tau ni over
Yes.
one episode.
So the Marshall, kira kan Alibaba tau ni He
Wait,
brought.
did your dad know you listen to it?
He was the one who I think unintentionally introduced me to hip hop. I don't think he's I don't think he's like an avid listener of like hip hop. I don't think he's like the suka hip hop, but I think he didn't realize, or he didn't know that he is the one who actually introduced me to hip hop. He bought it from a pasar malam somewhere, I can't remember, or kat JB or something. Brought it back, and aku played that. No, it wasn't censored or everything. You can hear every curse word, everything. So Marshall Mathers LP was my first ever hip hop, and then after that, like korang tahu Hiren HMB was like the place to go to get all your hip hop stuff. So
Life changed after Marshall Mathers LP.
man.
I was never the same. Fiz, so what was
You,
your
bro?
first album? Was
First
it a
album
cassette?
that I ever bought, CD. Puff Daddy and the Family, No Way Out.
Bro, it's the wrong time to be bringing Puff Daddy.
Oh,
Didn't know about the Baby Oils. At
my
that
name
point
is
of
Love.
time.
You can call me Love.
That album Biggie just passed on. Yeah.
So then
I think
97.
98 about there. Yeah. I remember I so proud of buying the first CD.
I think if you said this at minute 1, I think we'll be talking about PDD and his
The
case until
whole
now.
episode.
Until
The whole episode,
Oh,
probably.
it's like a web of tales. Like it doesn't end, right? It's interesting. But maybe we should talk about this some other time.
Sounds good, bro. Sounds good.
When facts have been established.
Yes. Let's.
The
But
1 hour 30 minutes.
yeah, so we wrap it up.
Yeah, we can have a portion where the listeners can also suggest what they want to know from us, kan? Like what you did.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
I think we like talking about music. We
Always,
gonna,
man.
we have to talk about football sometime soon.
Yeah, we have
Mm,
many
That's
other
right.
things to talk about, man. I think,
But at the same time, we like to know what you guys want to listen
yeah,
to.
man.
Where
That's good.
if it fits, we just might talk about it.
Exactly.
So that's a wrap. Do follow us on IG,
Woo.
on TikTok. You can watch us on YouTube. So when will
yeah,
we
man.
release this? Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah.
So we work on it. We work on it this week, and then we'll release it on Sunday. So, to whoever's listening up till this point, thank you so much. So sorry we
Thanks for
dragged this
listening.
out. Probably the next few episodes is gonna be this long. Just
Might
heads
be
up.
mi- might be 2 hours.
You
Might
know, it
be
could be. We
2 hours.
could, if we have friends over, it could be even longer. So I don't know. I mean, we're just gonna ride with it, and yeah, man. So just thank you so much for listening. Yeah, guys. Remember, follow at d.odd.set. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and also Spotify. So thank you, guys. We are the Odd Set. I'm Haikal.
Maddie, T pun dah habis sial.
I'm Hafiz. Thank you guys
All
for
right, guys.
listening.
Alright.
Ciao,
Catch you
man.
guys the next time round. Bye.
Peace.
Wagwan.
Bye.